You think you're tough just because you wear that uniform? The young man in the red shirt spat the words as he shoved his finger into the soldier's chest. His voice carried across the courtyard, loud enough for the circle of onlookers gathering around. The soldier didn't move, his jaw tightened, but his hands remained calmly at his side. Years of discipline had taught him restraint. Still, the girl beside him, dressed in a striking yellow dress, gripped his arm nervously, her eyes wide with fear. "Back off," the soldier said quietly, his tone low, controlled, but the bully only smirked. "What's the matter, huh? Can't handle yourself without your army toys. Out here you're nothing." His words dripped with arrogance, his stance cocky as he tried to intimidate. The crowd murmured. Some students held up their phones, eager to film. Others gasped at the tension rising in the air. It wasn't every day you saw a decorated soldier stand toe-to-toe with the school's most entitled bully. The girl finally found her voice, shaky but firm. "Leave him alone. He didn't do anything to you." The bully turned, sneering at her. "Stay out of it, princess. Or maybe I should teach you a lesson too." The soldier stepped forward instantly, his presence towering, his voice like steel. "You lay one finger on her, and you'll regret it." For a brief moment, the courtyard froze. The bully's cocky grin faltered as he realized this man wasn't like the others he'd pushed around. There was something unshakable in his eyes. A quiet strength, born not from bravado, but from battles no rich kid could imagine. But the bully laughed again, louder this time, masking his unease. "What are you going to do? Hit me? Go ahead, then you'll see what happens." The soldier leaned closer, his words measured. "Son, I don't need to hit you. You've already lost, because every single person here can see exactly who you are. A coward." The crowd erupted with murmurs, some even cheering. The bully's face turned red, not from rage alone, but humiliation. He shoved the soldier hard in the chest, expecting him to stumble, but the soldier stood rooted, unmoving, like stone. The shove was nothing compared to what he had endured overseas. The girl clutched the soldier's arm tighter, whispering, "Please, don't do this. He's not worth it." He glanced at her briefly, his eyes softening for just a second before returning his gaze to the bully. "Walk away," he said firmly. "You don't want this fight." Before the bully could retort, the sharp click of heels echoed across the courtyard. A woman in a tailored navy suit approached, her expression cutting through the chaos like a blade. The crowd parted instinctively. "Enough," she commanded. Her voice was calm, but it carried authority that silenced everyone instantly. She stopped just behind the girl in yellow, her eyes narrowing as she took in the scene. "Mom!" the girl gasped, spinning around. The bully froze, his confidence vanishing the moment he recognized her. This wasn't just any woman, she was the CEO of the largest company in the city. His smirk crumbled into panic. The CEO's gaze locked onto the soldier, her expression shifting from stern to startled recognition. "You," she breathed. The girl looked between them, confused. "You know him?" The woman nodded slowly, her voice thick with emotion. "He saved my company 3 years ago when we partnered with veterans. He's a decorated soldier, a single father, a man of honor." She turned, her eyes blazing at the bully. "And you dared to lay hands on him?" Gasps rippled through the crowd. The bully stuttered, his bravado gone. I didn't know." "You didn't care," the CEO cut him off coldly, "and now everyone here sees the truth. All bark, no courage." The soldier shifted uncomfortably, unused to being praised in front of strangers. "Mom, I was just protecting her, that's all." The CEO's eyes softened as she looked at her daughter, the girl in the yellow dress still holding on to the soldier's arm. She realized what had almost happened, and her chest tightened. "Protecting her?" she whispered. "You did more than that. You reminded me that character is worth more than any title or fortune." The courtyard filled with applause, not the kind forced by fear, but the kind born of respect. Students lowered their phones, some wiping away tears, others cheering for the soldier who had stood tall without throwing a single punch. The bully slunk away, his head lowered, his reign of arrogance shattered in one afternoon. The girl looked up at the soldier, her voice trembling with gratitude. "You didn't even know me, and you still stood up for me. Why?" The soldier's expression softened. Because that's what men do. We protect, not for recognition, not for reward, just because it's right. Her mother nodded firmly, pride shining in her eyes. And that is why men like him are rare and irreplaceable. The soldier gave a modest nod, adjusting his uniform before turning to leave. But before he could step away, the little girl in the yellow dress tugged gently on his sleeve. Her eyes glistened as she whispered, "Please don't go." And in that moment, the courtyard wasn't just the scene of a fight. It was the beginning of something far more powerful. Respect, gratitude, and perhaps even a new chapter neither of them had expected. True strength isn't about fists or titles, it's about protecting others, standing tall when it matters most, and proving that honor will always silence arrogance. Before we end this story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know how you feel in the comments.